Hey, what's up, guys? It's me again, and welcome back to my channel, Mayta. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Put Konoha in Its Place? And yeah, guys, it is an unscripted story. Now, before continuing, this shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to the 1898 for suggesting this idea. Now, moving onwards, this can get a lot darker, so heads up. And yeah, I know it's quite a lot short story, but trust me, it's gonna be worth it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my Apollo Chia channel as well. And by the way, I uploaded a short movie there. It's like a slice of life Naruto becoming rich and powerful, like a civilian kind of story. So if you are into that stuff, go ahead and watch it and enjoy it. And yeah, without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins 13 years after the QB attack at the Valley of the End, where we see Naruto Uzumaki currently standing, beaten and bruised, in front of the laying body of Sasuke Uchiha. Naruto had done it. His mission was complete. But his facial expressions were not cheerful, and he wasn't just rushing back like a goof that he was. He was standing there with cold blue eyes, gazing at Sasuke with a stone cold face and contemplating something. "What do you think? Should we go for it?" He spoke in a whisper to himself, as a voice from within that only he could hear then spoke. "I think it is time. They're gonna screw you over, or at least try to do that." "I agree." And so Naruto bent down on his knee and placed a hand on Sasuke's heart, as from his palm an orange chakra glow emitted, only for a few seconds before it died down. Picking Sasuke up bridal style, Naruto began to walk back towards Konoha. As soon as he saw a few of the shinobi, his expression changed back to the one that he usually wore. And now we see Naruto then said, "I... help me!" As the Anbus rushed towards him, taking Sasuke away from. "What have you done, Naruto?" "I'm... He tried to kill me. We fought. He's alive, right?" "Yes, of course he is, but he's injured. You were told and instructed not to bring him back injured at all costs." I'm sorry." As now we see, Anbus then brought him in as well. As soon as they arrived inside the Konoha, where we see Tsunade was waiting, she looked towards Naruto as Naruto, while acting unconscious, opened one of his eyes to look at her, and Tsunade's expression was serious. She knew what was going to happen. As now we see, while still unconscious or acting like he was, Naruto spoke to himself. "Well, it's showtime." It had only been 2 hours since Naruto had arrived alongside with Sasuke. We see that it was evening and the council meeting was held, and the council called for him. "Naruto Uzumaki, you are to be brought in front of the council of Konoha." "I see." And so Naruto, while still bandaged up, was going there. "Kurama, how long?" "Your wounds are almost healed, kid. Time for the biggest reveal of the century. I am so excited for this." I know. As now we see, Naruto then arrived and was brought inside the Hokage office. As Tsunade was seated there with a cold expression. "Naruto Uzumaki, you are accused of harming Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke himself has testified that you were trying to kill him and he only attacked you. The injuries you sustained were because of his self-defense." "That's a lie." "Bullshit," said Mebuki Harano, standing up. "I call this bullshit. The child is lying, obviously. Why? Because he gains a lot and Sasuke-sama doesn't. He wants to deface Sasuke-sama because he's the last remaining loyal Uchiha, and he, a nobody, thinks that he can take his place. What would I get out of it? Sasuke is my friend. Isn't that right, Sasuke?" "You never were friends. If anything, you saw me as a stepping stone, Naruto. We were rivals, and you hated that I was better than you." As Naruto then looked down, as Danzo then stood up and said, "We as the council have determined, Naruto Uzumaki, that you are a threat, and because of that you are to be banished from the village. You will be revoking your headband and your shinobi license and your allegiance as well as citizenship of Konoha." and we will place you into the bingo book with a bounty of dead or alive of 50,000 reals. As Naruto was still there, Sasuke smirked at him. As Naruto looked towards him with a smile of his own. Well, I was expecting a little bit more of a bounty, to be honest, but it's quite low. As everyone was shocked what Naruto has said. What are you talking about? Says Sasuke. You see, I knew this something of this sort of would happen because I already contemplated it. Bullshit, you could have not. Oh, is that so, Tanzo? You're just salty that I couldn't be your weapon that you wanted me to be. That you and elders, even after getting rid of the third Hokage, couldn't do anything to get into the power. Because Tsunade jumped in. As Danzo was left shocked, as people saw the expression on Danzo's face. What is the boy saying? He's talking crap. There's no way I would go and do this much damage to my own village. Oh yeah, I remember your words correctly. A little bit of sacrifice is necessary for us to gain power. Isn't that what you said to Koharu and Homura? And they pledged their allegiance to you. You even made sure that my father got out of the way by making sure that the QB attack happens and these people over here suffer. You wanted a new Jinchuriki, the one you could control, and obviously my mother was not cut out to do that. So, you had to make me the Jinchuriki. And what better way than making sure there was an attack on Konoha and blame the Uchihas, getting them out of the way as well because they can see through your bullshit with their eyes. And the Yugas over here, they claim to have the all-seeing eyes, but yet they couldn't see through your crap that you fed them. You stroked their ego, which was bigger than their own strength, and now they listen to you like you're their master. Such insolence! This boy needs to pay this instant, Tsunade-sama. Oh, is that so? As Tsunade then stood up, and then she got near Naruto and did something. She turned from Naruto and morphed into Naruto himself. As everyone was shocked, what have you done to Tsunade-sama? There was no Tsunade from the beginning. It was me. I have been the one pulling the strings all along. How? That's impossible! You're an idiot, said Sasuke. I wanted you to believe that I was an idiot, and guess what? It worked. Worked like a charm. You all thought I was a naive boy who could be manipulated, molded. Hiruzen thought so as well. So I got rid of him. What? What do you mean? Hiruzen has been dead since I was 5. You see, me and the QB, after my first beatdown with these pleasant people of Konoha, we talked. As everyone's breath hitched when Naruto revealed this. And I waited so long for this. What are you on about, Naruto? Have you finally gone insane? Ah, yes, the mighty Uchiha. How about a gift? You wanted his bloodline so much, right? Here you go. As Naruto snapped his finger and something happened. Sasuke exploded and turned into bloody smear everywhere. There you go. Everyone can have a blood sample of the Uchiha. What have you done? Oh, that's not all, Danzo. Suddenly, huge explosions occurred throughout the village. I have been laying down traps since I was 6 for each and every one of you. For this very moment, I have busted my ass. The pranks that I did, the infiltrations that I made look like I was doing pranks was much more. As the Anbu headquarters exploded as well. How can you do this to your village? If my village can screw me over and my parents, why can't I give it back what it has done to me? If you punch one, expect the other person to swing back at you, Danzo. You, sitting in this position of power, have long forgotten what it feels like to be on the losing end. Konoha was able to survive because of the people that made it, not because of you who was able to survive through it. As Danzo gritted his teeth while the others were shocked and baffled. But still, this was my parents' home? Yeah. The same home that tricked them into sealing the Nine Tails into me. I know the secret meeting that you all had with Hiruzen. I never was some. I was their child. It was expected of me to be smart. But I kept it hidden, knowing fully well that I would be manipulated. I could be fed lies. It was just a miracle that QB trusted me, because he could hear the bullshit when I was an infant, and he revealed everything to me. You're trusting the nine-tailed monster over us. The same people who banished me, plus the monster that lived with me since the day I was born. Who do you think I would trust more, Danzo? You will pay for this. You think you can walk out of here alive after what you have done? You have not only costed and ended the Uchiha bloodline, but destroyed the Anbu headquarters. I also destroyed your root. They're dead. You will pay for this, boy. That is what you believe. Ah, that reminds me. All of you wanted revenge, right? Revenge on the QB. Revenge on what happened 13 years ago. Your loved ones died. Quite sad, isn't it? And you blame me for that. Well, there's someone who also wishes to pay his respects to your courage, your determination, your will. Meet the QB fucking no Yoko. Go ahead and have your revenge, Konoha. As they watched in stunned silence, as an orange chakra morphed and formed the visage of the nine-tailed fox, as it screeched and began to cause havoc and destruction, as Naruto silently leave the council chambers. As now we see, Naruto was seated on top of the Hokage monument, watching the village, eating a bowl of ramen and laughing at the destruction, while behind him was Tenoichi and Ayame, the only people who had been genuine with him. No, Naruto, how could you have done this? Listen, old man. These people wanted to fuck me over. So, I fucked them back. But worse, you know I don't like being screwed with. Right? Yes, we know. The only people who I trust are you. And that is why I'm letting you leave. Because you, when I was at the lowest of my life, gave me a hand of help. You can leave freely. And here, Naruto threw a bag. These are the ryus that I stole from the bank. Start a life somewhere else, old man. Somewhere safe. I heard the land of babes is a nice place right now to start a business. Thanks, kid. But you really have gone too far. Believe what you want to. But this is me, the real me. As the old man, as well as his daughter, left, as Ayame's last words to him was, take care of yourself, Naruto. I don't know what pushed you to become like this, but take care of yourself. To me, you would be my little brother. And Naruto was happy to hear those words, while he now went back to enjoy the destruction of Konoha, laughing at their misery, like how they laughed at him. Come on, Konoha, you can do better than that. You all ganged up on a 5-year-old when I was little, wanting to get revenge. Where are those brave men who wanted to get revenge? Wanted to claim the glory of killing the Kyuubi no Yoko. It's right in front of you. Go ahead. Do your thing. As all they could do was scream and run around like headless chickens. And when the Kyuubi was done, Naruto did something. He summoned the clone that he had turned into Tsunade, and he sacrificed it to the Shinigami and revived them all back by summoning the King of Hell himself. What? How is this possible? As now we see Danzo was looking with horror at what has been happened. Even Sasuke, who had been revived, watched in horror as Naruto stood in front of them. That was just the beginning. Mark my words, Konoha. A lot of more suffering is on your way. I have more traps that are laid out. You can find as much as you want, but remember, I have placed them where even you wouldn't think they were placed. As Naruto then said, and the final event of the day, ladies and gentlemen, he destroyed, defaced, permanently the Hokage monument, destroying each and every person's Kage face. As then he said, I'm leaving for the time being, because I'm bored watching you scream and run around like headless chickens. But remember, I will be back. As Naruto and Kurama left, we see that Danzo then said, "We need to get Jiraiya back." As somehow, through summons, they were able to get in touch with the Toads. The Toads that informed them that Jiraiya has been dead for a long time since the Chunin exams. "How can this be?" said Danzo as he was currently seated in the power position that he also craved about it. But not like this. He wanted to be in control, and right now he was just a broken man who has lost everything. Their arsenal of shinobis, their history, their lineage, everything was destroyed by that monster that they created. People of Konoha were afraid. Sasuke was the one who was the most terrified over here. As now we see, Danzo then said, "We need to do something about that." As that is when, before they could think of going towards Daimyo, a letter arrived. As Danzo threw that letter, "Damn it all! That boy! That wretched boy! How can he do this?" What happened, Danzo-sama?" asked Mabuki Haruno, the revived one. "Daimyo has been warned and threatened by that boy to cut off the connection with us, and so it has happened. But that wasn't done. One by one, the messengers of the other villages arrived, and they brought the same letter. Konoha was left stranded on its own. It has all happened because of Naruto." As Sasuke then looked down, "How can you let a dope like this play you all out? I thought Konoha was supposed to be the strongest one." "Shut up, boy. You don't know nothing. That boy played us like a fiddle. He was planning this from the beginning. We have to do something about him. Something soon. Right now we need to focus. Focus on gathering as much as we can to rebuild ourselves. For what? For him to come and destroy it again? We are not sure about that. It could be a hollow threat. He destroyed us, Danzo," said Koharu, flashing out. "We all died, and he revived us just to torment us more. What more do you need as a proof that he is not done yet?" "I agree with her, Danzo. Let's not be delusional here anymore." "Fine. Fuck. It all happened because of him. It happened because of us," said Inoichi. "That boy played us because we let ourselves be played. We thought we had everything under control, but in reality he wanted us to believe that we were the one in control while he was the one who was, in reality, in control of everything." "I can't believe this," said Neji. "Naruto would go this far. We thought the Naruto you knew was a lie. The Naruto that we saw was the truth. But I don't understand one thing. How did Jiraiya die?" As that is when the investigation began, and they wanted to know what happened to Tsunade. Turns out that Tsunade never returned back to Konoha. Naruto used her blood to clone her, and that is how she became the Hokage. Nobody suspected it. Why would they? She was a Senju from a clan. Granddaughter of the first Hokage and grandniece of the second Hokage. She was bound to be the Kage of there. And Naruto made a complete fool out of them because of that. Both of their Sanis were gone. Does that mean Orochimaru was still alive? They were really screwed. While on the other side, with Naruto, now we see he was seated inside Orochimaru's headquarters. "Well, my dear boy, it went along as you have planned. Sasuke took the bait that you had laid out for him, and now you are freed. It was the perfect opportunity. And I hope that you're satisfied with your revenge alongside with your quest for immortality finally being fulfilled." "Ah, yes, of course I am. Now, the news of who killed my parents, who was involved with Danzo, the one who did the attack. You know it, right? It's the masked person from the Akatsuki. He wears an orange mask nowadays, and trust me, he is a student of your father. Leave it to Konoha to always make a mess and a problem and ruin someone's life. They will be dealt with. Where is their hideout?" "In Amegakure. It's hidden deep underneath. Not my problem. Because once I begin, they will perish. How are you gonna do that now, Naruto? I am just curious, you see. You know, a man has to have his own secrets. I told you a few of mine back in the tuning exams. Why? Because I knew you would be beneficial for me. And your usefulness have run out, like Danzo and the Konohas have. So I don't need to share any secrets. What says that you won't turn on me? I have no reason to turn on you because you are not my enemy. My main goal was to deal with Konoha and make them suffer. All there is left is for them to live in fear until their inevitable doom, me, arrives. But first I must avenge my family. After I'm done with that, I'll go back to Konoha and finish what I started. This time for good. And so Naruto left. As now we see Kabuto arrive there. Is it okay for let him live? It can be dangerous, yes, Kabuto, but that boy is just like me. A dangerous version of me. He's much worse than a viper. He's something of a myth. A mythical predator that waits, lets its prey get easy and then attack. So we should be on our toes then. Of course, dealing with him always. As now we see Naruto arrived in Amegakure, disguising himself and infiltrating, only to find that there were puppets left and right, and he was surrounded by the Akatsuki members. Naruto, now being working with Kurama and have been trained in his secrets, unleashed his true strength. He already had mastered the Harashin alongside with the Rasengan and the Sage Mode. And what he did was an all-out brutal destruction of the Akatsuki members. One after the other, they fell like twigs. Because he was in Sage Mode, he was able to track Nagato and slit his throat without mercy. Kid, destroy those eyes. And so Naruto did, making sure that Rinnegan never existed now. As one by one the Akatsuki fell, we see only two remained. One of them, the planet-like one, arrived, and Naruto, using the arts of Fuinjutsu, sealed him there and used the Shinigami to personally give its soul to Shinigami in exchange for killing it. As now we see, Hiran's soul was exchanged for killing Zetsu, killing two immortals, and the others were killed, aside from only one that was left. And that was the masked person, who arrived as Naruto was seated on the fake throne of, well, pain. Took you long enough to arrive? You, what have you done? What was needed to be done? I have taken care of your little boy band. Now all that is there left to deal with is you. You and I have a bone to pick for the past 13 years of our life. So you know it was me then. Of course I know. Fake Madara. As Obito then took his mask off and revealed himself. That is your father's student, Obito. You being his student, betraying him. It doesn't surprise me. I see. I thought I could expect a reaction. Let's cut the bullshit and end this. As Naruto charged, and one by one slashes appear on Obito's body. He tried to get away, but Naruto already had planned this. Using the Uzumaki chains, Naruto tied him to the ground and jumped on top of him and began to stab him again and again at rapid blinding speeds with his tri-pronged kunai. Then at one point stabbed both of his kunai like a sociopath into his chest and began to drag it like a saw up and down until his ribs were opened. And slammed the Rasengan straight through his heart, causing it to blast, killing Obito then and there. To be honest, I wanted to have more fun. That was brutal, kid. 13 years of pent-up rage and misfortune, and each and every shit I had to take from Konoha is because of him. Obviously, I was gonna go insane. It's time for Konoha then. It only has been a few days. I just want to end their misery. I don't want them to recover personally. And so that is what Naruto did. He attacked on Konoha with Kyuubi again. This time destroying all the clan sectors and leaving the civilians alive and trapping them with the Fuin arts in a barrier, constricting them like confined animals. How does it feel to be cornered, Konoha? How? Tell me. Tell me, motherfuckers. How does it feel? As they begged But that is when Naruto did something. He combined his Rasen Shuriken, planetary level charge with the Sage Mode chakra, with Kyuubi's Bijudama, and threw it on them. As Danzo closed his eyes and everyone screamed and embraced their families, until there was nothing. Just a huge crater that remained. As Naruto stood there, looking at them with a serious expression, until a smile of satisfaction embraced his face. Ah, finally. Done with Konoha and its bullshit. Free from their hatred, their blame, their trying to make me into a weapon. What about our deal now, kid? Once I die, you will be freed. What is stopping me from killing you? You know damn well, Kyuubi, that I don't trust you that much to kill me. Of course I know. Well, what's going to be? I have just a plan. As Naruto made a hand seal, and a blood clone appeared after a drop of his blood. But instead of taking over him, Kurama's soul took over. What have you done, boy? Kurama said as his hair turned red and his eyes turned red with slits in them. Gave you your new life. You'll be trapped in this for the time being, making sure that you won't kill me or attempt to kill me until I die, while having your freedom. You can go wherever you want, but as soon as I die, you will have your freedom, your strength, your power, and a new body to carry on your lineage. Fine, brat. I guess it's better than nothing. Of course it is. From here on onwards, your path and my path should never cross, Kyuubi. Till the end of our lives. It's going to be you who end up dying first, kid. I'm an immortal. Yes, of course you are. And so Naruto then walked away, and so did Kurama to the other side. As Naruto arrived at the gravesite where two unmarked graves were, and set himself between them. As that is when from behind one grave arrived Jiraiya. So is it done? You're happy now? I'm sorry, but I had to do this. You know, if I would have killed you, even if it would have hurted me and haunted me to the end of my life, if you have done this without any good reasoning. That is why I didn't involve the people that you would have not wanted to get hurt. You can't believe this. From head to toe, they were all traitors. To my sensei, to even the whole Konoha, who I loved and gave my life for. I'm just glad that you were on my side, you and Tsunade both, and let me play my cards right. Of course, kid. Listen, don't try to contact me for quite a few years. I honestly don't know what I might do to you. Let me cool off for a few years, and after that, maybe we can sit back and drink. Yeah, why not, Jiraiya? Take care of yourself. You too, kid. You too. As Jiraiya left and said, I hope you're happy, mother, because I got back at those people who destroyed your lives and mine. All of them are gone now. I am free from their curse, from Konoha's curse. As Naruto then sat there in silence. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Apollo Chia channel as well. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.